Are we starting now? Oh, okay. So
I'm your host, Carly Haynes, and today we are talking to a popular player on and off the golf course. So she is known for her time golfing at the University of Alabama and also following all of the recent social media trends. So please welcome Elina Sinz to the show.
hi guys.
All right, so we went and we got our drinks for choice.
Right.
So do we want to have our drinks first or the shots first, the energy shots?
Let's do the shots first. That way, if it's
Should we at least
questionable,
pour
can-
this in? Let's pour these into our teacups
Right,
in
okay.
case it's bad.
Surely not.
And then once we pour, we'll have a cheers.
Okay.
All right, cheers.
Oh, dink.
Thank Okay. All right, so this is proper wild, all day, clean energy,
Right.
peach mango.
Rated R only for 18 years and older. B2 dubs.
Good thing we're older.
Okay, am I supposed to drink the whole thing at one time?
I don't want to do that, I guess.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh yeah, it smells like peach. Okay.
Okay. Actually, it's not bad,
I don't know
but
if
it
I
tastes
like
kind of
that.
like what I thought it would taste like.
I don't like that. Okay.
Fail.
Oh, I'm not
it's
an
fine.
energy drink person.
I'm not either.
Okay. Wait, throw it at the camera.
Got a tester.
I'm scared. Yeah, but
It's gonna
what
hit
if I hit
thing
the
and it's
camera?
gonna hit the camera.
It's just gonna blink right off. It's fine.
I knew that was gonna happen. I just called that. I literally just called that.
Good thing I don't play sports that throw ball.
It's okay. I can't throw either. I cannot throw.
Okay, that was really not great. Okay, so you're originally from Houston, Texas.
Right.
How did you get started in golf?
My dad used to play when we were younger. When we lived in Dubai, he used to take me to the golf course.
In Dubai?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to talk about that.
It's for my dad's job. We moved there when I was young. I did like grade school and stuff.
Oh, very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So he used to play, and then he would take me to the golf course. I have a younger brother, so my mom was always like, "You leave me here with the kids, and you're out playing golf." So
He
my
took
dad
you.
used to take me. Yeah.
Very nice. And
Yeah.
how old were you when you started?
Like 9. I kind of started competitively and recreationally at the same time.
Okay.
So it kind of just like
Fully
yeah,
went in.
yeah, let's do it.
in the
yeah,
deep end.
Exactly. And then I won my first golf tournament. When I my very first golf tournament ever was like 9-hole modified, but it's because I was the only one in my age group. So like
You went
confidence
into
boost?
it.
Yeah, yeah, it was literally just me.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
So you spent 3 years at University of Auburn, and
Right,
then you switched to the University of Alabama. So how was that experience like for you?
It was cool. I really enjoyed Auburn, like the school. Like I had a good experience. I needed something different, just a change of scenery. Wasn't progressing, I think, in golf the way that I'd kind of hoped to, and so just needed a switch. Obviously, going to Alabama from Auburn, everyone was like,
The
"Oh
rivals,
my
yeah.
gosh, like what are you doing?" But I don't play football. I'm not putting the pads on. Like
Right.
it's not that deep to me. And I really enjoyed being at Alabama. I still live there currently. They just built that awesome new facility.
Yeah, the Justin Thomas facility.
Yes,
So you get to use that?
Good. Yes, so good. So the coaches have been really good to me. I have a really good relationship with them, which has been a total bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so.
Very cool. Can you give me any inside scoop on the practice facility?
Oh, the golf course is so hard. It's so hard. I think it's such good prep. Like
Yeah.
it's unlike anything that you play out here, so it really like tests all the parts of your game. The facility is always pure. Like they have their own like maintenance crew and stuff, so
Very
it's
cool.
always in good shape. It's really good.
Very
yeah.
nice. Awesome. Were you there when it opened?
Mhm.
So did
Yeah.
Justin Thomas do like a surprise, like a
Well,
reveal
I
with it?
finished like my collegiate
Right.
eligibility spring of 2024.
Okay.
And then I was still in school, graduated in December.
Got it.
So I was there, but like obviously in the summer playing golf and whatever. So I wasn't there when they like opened it.
Gotcha.
But been
Very
there
cool.
since, yeah.
Very nice. What have you really learned about yourself throughout your whole stage of playing golf from a little kid
gosh.
to... Like, did you know that you always wanted to go pro and that was a really easy decision for you?
Yeah. I mean, my parents always pushed me really hard, which I'm so grateful for now. Obviously, like when I was a kid, I was like, this is terrible. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I would not have the work ethic now
Right.
without them pushing me and saying, hey, like if you want to take this serious, we need to be doing X, Y, Z, whatever. So really grateful for that. So my work ethic and like having patience with myself. I used to be really, really hard on myself. So like self-critical and not talking so kindly to myself, and which I think a lot of the girls out here struggle with.
Yeah, for sure.
Just golf can be so hard, and you have to tell yourself, I'm good enough, because golf's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like golf is not going to always be so rewarding, even when it feels like you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Probably just learning how to be patient with myself, be patient with others, like allowing myself to learn even when that's hard. So, when you have a couple off weeks, like even recently, I made a bunch of cuts in a row, starting out on Epson, and then the last few weeks I've been really struggling and like missing cuts by one, missed by two, missed by whatever. And you have to be able to sit and say, hey, like, we need to take something from this because you still have to play next week.
For sure.
And when you have a stretch like that, you can't allow whatever funk you're in to beat you up, So just, applying the humility and being able to say like, hey, if bad things can happen, good things can happen too.
sure,
So you
yeah.
need to keep grinding, keep my head up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that your parents being like harder on you to practice and everything has really helped with your transition from college to pro? Because now you don't have like coaches and everyone
for
else around
sure.
you kind of making you do it.
Yeah, and I've always been kind of independent, even growing up. So like living on my own, like doing all these things. Even in college, I lived on my own for a while, and being able to plan travel, plan like housing accommodation, whatever it is, your schedule. Like I do a lot of that on my own now. And obviously there's a learning curve. Like I've booked hotels for the wrong weeks and the wrong cities and all the things, like so silly. And, but for sure, like being a little bit more on the independent side has made it not the hardest transition. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And what did you study when you were in school?
I started mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Side eye, and then switched to environmental science. Well, my dad's an engineer.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, maybe that's what I want to do, because I really didn't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play golf. Like, I care less about the school stuff. Ignore that. That's not advice. Go to school, get your degree, all the things. But really wanted to play golf. That was what I cared the most about. And I ended up switching to environmental science. Save the turtles and the things and whatever. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. But I started playing better golf. And
less classes, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, like,
intense classes.
with the engineering stuff, like there's a lot of like labs in the afternoon. You don't get a lot of team time. It makes scheduling very hard, and it's just intense schooling. Yeah. And I didn't enjoy it that much. I'm sure like if I would have really liked it, I could have made it work. But I enjoyed the more sciencey side of like the environmental stuff. So
for sure. What do you think has been your... I know that you transferred to different schools. You said you needed a little change of scenery.
Right.
You've been playing since you were really young. Do you think that there was ever a time that you wanted to quit golf?
Well, yeah. Like so many times. But there's also then on the flip side, so many times where you're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done.
Right.
Like it's so rewarding. So like my hard work is paying off. All this like, it's so grindy, like so grindy. And you can have really good weeks when you don't feel like you're playing that good, and you can have really bad weeks when you do feel like you're playing that good. So it's humbling, but in like a really, really rewarding kind of way, I think.
For sure.
And it's always like playing the long game. Everything you work on in golf is not like an overnight change. If my putting's bad today,
right. You're not gonna
just gonna have to make it work. Like it is what it is. So yeah.
So you kind of talked about your parents a lot and your dad, especially, and you said that your dad plays golf. So do you think that playing with him, like in your off weeks or in the off season?
He doesn't play anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He always used to tell me like once like I turned 12 and I started beating him, he didn't think it was fun anymore. So he plays for work and stuff now, but just casually.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you beat your dad?
Not particularly.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. What is something that people don't realize about the Epson Tour, you think? Or just professional female golf in general?
It's hard, like, in terms of relationships with people. I think, like, you know, you go to college and you make, like, a really good group of friends.
Yes.
Or whatever, like, if you're really close to your family, it doesn't even have to be, like, in college or whatever. But when you leave home and go to school, and then now we're out on the road for weeks at a time, and even when you're at home, you're still practicing, and it's still, like, very time intensive. And maintaining relationships can be very hard. And I think that, like, a lot of people will comment about this being, like, kind of a lonely lifestyle.
Yes.
Because you're always on the road and, you know, what have you. So being really, like, if you want a village, you have to be a villager, which can be really hard when you're out here to be, like, checking in on your friends because you're out here all day.
Right.
And you go home, you're like, gosh, I'm really tired, needed to go work out, recover, whatever. And it just, you know, you work these really long days, then you're back on the road the next week.
Yeah.
And it's just hard, you know, week to week, being really involved with people at home, but you just have to make time for it, because if you don't, you end up kind of, the lonely part starts to
Kick in.
Yes, exactly. But I think it just depends, yeah. If you're really on top of it, I think it can work really well. But I can see, like, if you wouldn't be so intentional about it, it can be hard.
Yeah. And do you think that your transition from college golf to professional golf, you've found, like, a family and a good group of friends out here?
Yeah, and everyone out here, like, for the most part, like, if you're nice, everyone's going to be nice back. Having a really good group of friends out here, because we see each other every week. So if, you know, you're making friends in practice rounds or at pro-am dinners or whatever it is, it's really good to have familiar faces when you come out on the golf course, or hey, do you want to go get dinner? Do you want to go play a practice round? Whatever it is, makes it much easier.
Okay, so what are you like off the golf course? What do you like to do?
Oh gosh, I've taken to the social media stuff a little bit.
Yes, I have seen that.
Right. I mean, now, like, it's so, like, social currency, kind of. Like, you know, you think about LinkedIn, but, like, kind of on the more personal side.
Yeah.
And especially, like, when you're out on, like, playing mini tour events, it's good to, like, kind of get yourself out there.
Self-promotion, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which has opened a lot of doors for me. I've met some really cool people, gotten to do some cool things. And obviously, like, paying for stuff out here gets really expensive. So
really quick, yeah. For sure. Very nice. Sponsors and everything. So, what do you like to do for fun? Do you like to work out? Do you like to cook?
I do. I love to work out. Big foodie too. Like, I like to go try different, like, local places when we go, like, visit. I mean, cities, obviously, like, I would probably not come if we'd not had a tournament.
For sure.
So,
yeah. What's your favorite, like, type of restaurant to go to? Do you like to do, like, a coffee shop? Do you like to do?
I do enjoy a coffee shop. I'm not a coffee drinker.
You don't like coffee, but you like coffee shops.
Coffee girl. Yes. I love, like, pastries.
Do you have a favorite pastry?
I do. I like croissants.
Regular or like almond, chocolate?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah, croissants in all shapes and forms. I like muffins. I'm a big, like, blueberry muffin, like raspberry muffins, like a white chocolate raspberry.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but.
Very nice. And then for dinners, do you like to cook or not really?
I do, but obviously, like, staying in hotels and being on the road and stuff, it's hard. But, like, if you get an Airbnb, you can cook and kind of meal prep, which works out.
Very nice.
But yeah, so I think, like, obviously carb loading, everyone talks about carb loading, like pasta and whatever is so good.
Rounds.
Right.
And you were talking about your snacks kind of on the way to, like, when we were getting the drinks. So how do you format your snacks into your round?
Right, so I try to do, like, a, like, protein heavy, carb heavy breakfast.
Okay.
I talk about, like, energy storage, like long-term energy, and then on the golf course, lots of carbs, just keeping my blood sugar up, my energy levels, and then towards the end, like the last 3 or 4 holes, I'll start eating, like, more sugary or, like, simple carb type stuff to just kind of kick through that last little bit. But
very nice.
Yeah.
And for working out, what's your favorite kind of working out?
Oh gosh, I like to lift. I really do like to lift. A lot of golf workouts are, like, very mobility, like isometric stuff. So I try to do, like, a combo, because I do, like, just generally enjoy lifting, like, a little bit heavier. But obviously, like, the mobility and stuff is very important for injury prevention.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, longevity purposes. So I try to get a good mix.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And do you like cardio? Do you like any of the new things, like boxing or
I've not tried any boxing.
Like Pilates or bar, any of those things? What'd you say? High rocks, yeah. Would you ever do one of those?
I've not given it any thought. I can get down with some pickleball. Pilates is fun. I really enjoy kind of everything.
Yeah.
I'm a big outside girl. Like when we go and play in some more of the like small town places,
Yeah.
usually there's like some small like state parks or whatever, and like I'll take my dog and we'll go on walks and explore and
fun.
whatever. So I like to be outside a lot.
Yeah, so talk to me about your dog.
Right, she travels
little
with
travel
me.
buddy?
Yes, we do everything together. I've had her, she just turned 2.
Very fun.
Right, so she's kind of been with me like through this little
Whole journey,
professional golf
yeah.
thing. Yeah, which is cool because too, like, if I have a bad day, I come home and she's happy to see me and doesn't ask any questions.
You're right,
It's
she's
cool.
not like, what did you do today?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What, were your strokes game putting positive today? Right, exactly.
Very nice. What's her name?
Coda.
And what kind of breed
She's
is
a
she?
Boston.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's like 20 pounds. She's small.
Very cool.
We
And
just-
she'll travel with you to everything? Like even if you fly?
Yeah. So actually, up until a couple weeks ago, she'd never been on the plane. Like if I flew, I either left her with my parents or like in the kennel.
Gotcha.
But she had her first flight a couple
How
weeks
did
ago,
it
and it
go?
went so well.
Oh,
so
very good.
Now we know. Yeah.
That's very good. Very
she does
nice.
really well. She's good.
Nice. And then what would a perfect day off for you be? Like no golf, no working out. I mean, I guess
I
you
don't know
can
what
work
that
out,
is.
but,
No, I'm just kidding.
but no golf. Favorite?
Right. Probably something outside. Okay, usually when I go home, I will get up in the morning, probably get breakfast somewhere, because otherwise, like, I'll eat at home. So probably go get breakfast, pick it up. There's a place at home I like to go sit by the river and read. And, like, Coda will come and she'll sniff around and do whatever. And it's just, like, my quiet time to myself. I don't have to talk to anyone. I try not to be too much on my phone. So kind of like subtract from the world a little bit.
And is that kind of how you would say you de-stress?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So kind of talk to me about your social media journey. What
gosh.
started that?
Well, I figured, like, I'm already hitting golf balls every day. I might as well put it on camera,
Yeah.
you know? And that's kind of really what happened. Like, I just started, like, filming myself hitting balls, and I started posting in February of this year. I think I'm about to hit 50,000 here in a couple days. So, like, it's gone
Pretty well.
pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, a huge vlog person.
Person?
I might consider moving in that direction. I don't know, with, like, some more long-form content, but I'd like to get into maybe a little bit of YouTube. We'll see. I just think, like, now everyone's got Instagram, everyone's got TikTok, everyone's got all these things, and I don't like to put a ton of, like, my really personal life on there, because I would like to keep some things to myself, but, like, all my golf stuff, people have really enjoyed, like, keeping, like, in touch and watching how it goes, and I think I post more of, like, what it kind of looks like on this, like, little grind journey that we're going on. Like, here's where I am this week, and then next week I'm here, and this is what I do in practice, and whatever, you know, so.
Yeah,
so
like how to
so
work
good.
out while you travel.
Exactly.
And things like
Yeah.
that. Very cool. Do you have a specific message that you want to share to your fans?
Oh gosh.
Or like something that you really are trying to promote through all of your social media?
And my one thing I always say is, like, I don't ever want anyone to, like, follow me on social media and then if they meet me in real life say, that's not who I thought this girl was going to be. You know, I try to be very, like, myself, my beliefs I'm very strong in, like, and obviously some people on social media.
Not the nicest.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But more often than not, everyone has been so supportive and so kind. I've got so many messages, even when I have a hard week of golf, like, people are following along and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry, like, you'll get it next week or whatever, you know. So everyone's been very nice for the most part. But yeah, my big thing is, like, being who I am on the internet is who I am in real life.
Yeah,
right, I want that to translate. And, like, in an obvious way, not like I don't really know who she is, maybe, you know, kind of thing, so.
Very nice. Do you like to listen to music?
I do.
Do you have a favorite genre of music?
Oh gosh. I listen to a little bit of everything. I try to keep it mostly appropriate. Like, I think, like, what you kind of surround yourself with and what you intake and everything kind of affects how you view the world, like how you view yourself, all these things. So I try to keep it, like, pretty positive, pretty appropriate along those lines. So.
Do you listen to music while you warm up before tournaments?
Yeah.
And
usually, like, country music or something slow. I'm not, like, I don't really get hype.
Okay.
Like, I'm not like.
Golf's not like a hype sport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, even in my warm-up, I think it's the same. Like, I give myself extra time to, like, sit and chill before I tee off. Like, I try to do everything very intentionally and slowly. So, like, if I'm listening to music, it's usually, like,
Slower,
same.
Very
Yeah.
nice. And do you have any funny like, superstitions or things that you do every time before a tournament round?
I don't think so.
You don't eat the same breakfast or
No.
put the same amount of teas
I
in
mean,
your hair or
If I, like, start a snack, I guess, on a hole and I make a bogey, that snack's not getting finished.
okay.
Or, like, like that's, yeah.
What if it's like your favorite snack though?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Literally doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't really think I have any, like, superstitions.
Very good.
Right, yeah.
That's okay. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good. I feel like golf is
I used to be, like, really, like,
superstitious.
yes, but I'm not anymore.
That's good.
It's silly, yeah.
If you had to pick a walk-up song, what would it be?
Gosh, silence. I don't know. A walk-up song. Oh, that's hard. I played actually some tournaments at the beginning of this year. They had walk-up songs. What did I pick? I think I picked
Really?
Let's Groove by Earth, Wind & Fire. Because
That's
that was,
good.
like, trending at the time. And it was stuck in my head so bad.
That's funny.
But I like that song, I guess.
Very nice.
If
That'd
I had
be
to
a good
pick one, yeah.
What do you want people to know about you beyond just golf?
About me. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm a big, like a firm believer in like doing what works for you. I think, like especially when you get out here, comparison can totally be the thief of joy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this girl's got this gadget and they're practicing this way and they've got these clubs and wear these clothes and whatever it is, and you're like, do I need to be doing that? You know, and really you don't. Like, you're here for a reason.
Right.
You got here for a reason. So I try to be very like, this is what I believe in. These are my values. These are my morals. I'm not, you know, letting whatever else is going on around me affect that.
Yeah.
Like, my golf swing got me here.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
hopefully it's going to take me farther.
Yeah.
But just being very like,
Grounded.
right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Do you think, obviously golf is a really hard sport in itself. You can practice
Right.
for years and not really make progress, or, you know, you can shoot 85 one day,
Right.
65 the next day,
Exactly.
and like have no real reason
Yeah.
why. Do you think that you've ever felt imposter syndrome or kind of dealing with like that comparison? or-
Sometimes, especially when you think like time can kind of like mush together,
Right.
and you think like 10-year-old me would be saying, "Oh my gosh, you're so cool."
Right.
Like,
yeah.
you know, like this is like, you know, a dream
Yeah.
that you've had like your whole life, and you've kind of just all of a sudden you're here.
Yeah.
And you have to like really put it into perspective and say like, I've been working really hard for this,
Right.
especially when it's going so hard, like when you're really struggling
yeah.
and it's such a grind.
Right.
To be able to say like, hey, you made it a long way. Like, there's
Yeah.
no reason you can't go farther.
Right.
You know, so
Very
really cool that way.
How would your closest friends describe you? Or family?
Hopefully well. I try to be pretty down to earth. I can be a little bit reserved. Like, I used to be really shy as a kid. I'm much more outgoing now. You have to, like, I mean, it's so important out here to be able to, like, network and
Right.
meet new people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's what you do every week is meet new people and,
Yeah.
you know, be able to put a face on that's presentable. And, like, pretty honest with myself. I, you know, gosh, I don't know. Kind. I try to be, like, intentionally very kind to everyone. But, yeah.
That's good. How do you said you're a little more reserved. How do you
Right.
kind of balance that with having this social media presence?
I think it's actually really helped.
you
Like,
get
to
like
be
more out of your shell.
Yeah. Especially thinking about like all these people that like I don't know
Right.
are watching this, and this is their first impression of me. Say they're to meet me in real life, you know, it's like gotta think about that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
all these people, like this is the first time they're meeting me, and that's
Right.
often how it goes with social media and stuff. Everything's online now,
Yep.
and they're like feel like they know me just by, you know, being on the internet. I want that to be, you know. So.
Yeah. So you said you like to read a lot. Do you have a
Right.
book, a movie, or a TV show
Oh,
that you
gosh.
really like?
an
author?
I used to be a TV watcher. Now, like, we're so busy.
Yeah.
Reading, I think, is very, like, de-stressing to me because there's no noise.
Right.
Like, you come out here, you listen to music, you're talking to people all day, you talk to people when you get home on the phone, whatever, you're traveling, all these things. There's always noise.
Yeah.
It really depends. I like to read probably boring stuff. Like, in compare, like, I don't read like any like a lot of fiction stuff.
Right.
I like to read more like nonfiction,
Yeah.
like literature stuff, whatever. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm a big nonfiction fan.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah.
I like stuff that makes my brain makes
right.
me
Like, I want to
think.
learn. I don't want to read
exactly.
a story.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
What? I don't care about like two people in a love triangle. Like, I want to learn about something.
Who was I playing with?
Okay, I
was playing with someone
Make
in
fun,
Connecticut, and we were talking about stuff we like to do, not on the golf course, and I was saying something about like reading and nonfiction or whatever. They're like, I'm not asking for any recommendations from you. I was like, sorry. Like, just what I like, you know?
Well, yeah. I really, what's like the most recent book that you've read?
Let me think. I finished Mere Christianity a little while ago by C.S. Lewis. I like philosophy, like stuff like that. I'm currently reading, what book did I bring with me? I started Screwtape Letters. I've got like 3 in rotation.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Are there any causes or communities that you feel connected to? Like, do you like to do community service or have any?
We have a really good group of girls. I've actually not been out on Epson, but when I switched from WAPT, like when I was on WAPT, really good Bible study group of girls, which is really awesome because even like people that aren't religious or whatever, like everyone come, whatever, and the community is so good. And then I've been wanting to go to the fellowship group out here that they have every week because the girls that go, like a lot of them I'm friends with and I know are very nice girls and stuff like that. And then like if we go and like play pickleball or whatever, like that's always lots of fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What is something that you are learning or exploring right now, like just for you?
Or exploring. Trying to hold myself really accountable. I think sometimes, like, especially the last few weeks that have been kind of a grind for me, when you don't feel like practicing or you don't feel like getting up early in the morning or like just the little things that do make a difference down the road, especially when you're feeling kind of demotivated, to be able to say like, hey, you actually do need to do this, or like you're gonna regret it if you don't, or, and it's like if I try to text my friends and be like, hey, will you tell me like I need to be doing this or remind me I need to do this, like trying to be very intentional with holding myself accountable even when things are not going my way.
For sure.
Yeah.
And how do you think, I know like a big thing for me when I golfed, it's still just so hard, but you know, like everyone works differently, right? So like some teammates would be practicing for like 8 hours a day and it's like, I can't do that. Like, but you still come to the same outcome. So how do you kind of deal with that and not really comparing like, oh, well, this girl's practicing more, but like, we can both shoot the same score any day.
Well, I think trial and error too. Like you're going to eventually like pick up on stuff. Yeah. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But like when it doesn't, not being hard on yourself for like taking the risk of learning something.
Right.
Because even if you don't like say it's a drill or like a swing thaw or whatever, and it doesn't work out, okay, well you learned what doesn't work as well. So it's not only just like addition, like, oh, this is making me better or whatever. Now I know like I need to stay away from this or whatever. So I think it gives you a little bit of direction too. Like when you do say, hey, I'm gonna try this drill, I'm gonna whatever. It can give a little bit like of guidance, I guess, if you're like really paying attention to what you're learning. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does.
No, that does. So where do you see yourself in a year from now? Like personally, golf-wise, geographically, really anything?
Hopefully.
You said you want to move to Texas.
Yes, closer to my family. I'm thinking about Dallas. It kind of checks all my boxes. Lots of golf. A lot of my friends move out there. It feels like everybody that doesn't go to California or Florida ends up in Dallas. So that's exciting. And then, I mean, hopefully playing LPGA events where I'm in for stage 2 this year. So
very exciting.
Trying to grind it out, get some good vibes going before that comes around. So
very nice.
you just never know. Like, even the beginning of this year, I didn't have great Epson status. And then when I kind of got in, played decent, moved up the board quite a bit, and I've been in for the rest of the season, even these last, like, 3 events. So you just never know. Like, in January this year, no idea what my year was going to look like. So just grinding it out.
Awesome.
Being positive, yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self? Golf or life related?
Nothing worth having is easy.
I like that.
There's a reason it's hard, and not a lot of people do it well.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think that goes with everything, like being disciplined and like holding these relationships while you're on the road and like getting better at golf, all these things. Like, it's not easy, but if it wasn't worth having, it wouldn't, it wouldn't,
What do you think has been the biggest thing that you've learned from your social media growth journey?
Being kind. Because, like, when you do get these, like, mean comments and stuff, you're like, I don't need to react to this. Or, like, you know, just being very intentional and self-aware. Like, when people are, you know, saying not nice things or whatever it is, even in your life, like, if you have people that aren't, like, so supportive or have, like, said things in the past, like, you're not going to do well in this or whatever it is, like, taking it on the chin. And not everything's personal. And especially if they don't know you.
Exactly.
And there was something I heard a while ago, and it was like, do your best not to take advice from someone you wouldn't want to switch, like, positions with. Right. So kind of taking that to heart and not, you know, if I have a bad week and even if I said unkind things to myself, like letting it roll off and not, you know, I still know who I am. I know what my values are. I know that I work hard. I know the people that are in my circle are supportive of me and like being really aware of what's good for me and what's not good for me.
For sure. What does making it mean to you? Because kind of like what you said, I feel like it's a constant, like you're a little kid and you dream of like playing college golf and then you snap your fingers and you're a senior in college and you're like, what? Like, how did that happen? And you don't really take a minute to really appreciate it.
Lately, actually, I've been working with a new coach and we were talking about, like, who are you practicing like? Like, if your goal is just to be on the LPGA tour, then you would practice like that. If your goal is to be top 20 in the world, then you would practice like whoever's number 19 in the world or whatever it is, you know? I think for me, making it is like a top 20 in the world situation. My dad always told me growing up, like, you don't have to be the best 12-year-old in the world. You want to be the best 27-year-old in the world. You know, so it's like this waiting it out, knowing that things are going to work out if you're working hard. Like, it'll always pay off if you're diligent now than if you're, you know, not giving it 100%. I'd rather give 100% and not make it than to not make it and not
to look back and be like, oh, like I shouldn't have slacked back then.
Right.
For sure. How do you want to be remembered by people who you've worked with?
I guess like unapologetically myself. I don't ever want to be like someone to like interact with me and then be like, well, I got a different version from her than someone else who was saying something about me. You know, like very consistent, very honest. I try to be like, I think I said that's like very intentionally kind to everyone because like I believe how you treat other people is a reflection of, you know, how you want to be treated and like very honest, I guess. I think would be important to me.
If you could, okay, this is a more fun question. If you
deep dive.
could host a dinner party, invite any 3 people, who would you want to invite? They could be dead or alive.
Oh gosh, that's hard. 3 people in this whole world?
You're supposed to drink from the teacup.
My bad.
It's okay. Powerade is still good. Out of the
3 people. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Okay, it doesn't have to be a party, but if you had like a dream foursome, is that any easier to decide?
I guess. Scotty's my favorite.
Okay.
Love that guy.
Is there a reason why you like him a lot?
I think very similar to myself. Like he's very like straightforward about his morals and his beliefs, and his like cares a lot about his family. Like big people guy. I think he's really like a good, like, kind person.
Yeah.
I'm a Tommy Fleetwood fan. I'm so
Yes.
happy that he finally won. Oh my
I
gosh, I
know.
felt so bad for that guy. I like him a lot. I guess I'll go Nelly. I feel like that's an obvious
Yeah.
answer.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so is there anything else before we go into the rapid fire questions?
Oh, rapid fire.
Yeah. It's the
I
best
guess
part.
just hit me. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
So it's going to be a combination of like things to get to know you and then
Okay.
some trivia questions. So we're going to see.
I'm terrible at trivia. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Are you more introverted or extroverted? You can elaborate on your answers if you want.
Okay. I guess with people that I'm close with, I'm very extroverted.
Okay.
But I mean, outwardly, probably a little bit
Introverted,
Yeah.
yeah. Online shopping or in-store shopping?
in store. Not an Amazoner. Just not. I do not. I like to try things on. I like to know what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite store like that you like to go to?
Not particularly.
No?
I like, yeah.
Okay. Cooking or ordering in?
Good luck.
I like to cook, but I order in more.
Okay.
Or like I'll go pick up food or whatever.
Right, yeah. Spontaneous or planned?
Is planned spontaneity a thing? Like, like Tuesday morning, I'm like, oh, I want to go do this at 3 o'clock. But like I didn't know that I wanted to do that Monday. You know?
2 timestamps in that answer.
Okay, planned then.
Okay. What would you say? Are you adventurous? Like, do you like
Yeah, I
to
like
do
to do new
adventurous?
things. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm
Just
like that.
like at
right.
whatever time.
At 3 o'clock
Right,
on Tuesday.
exactly.
Okay. Books or movies?
Books.
Okay, now more into the trivia. Bo Jackson
Oh gosh.
was a 2-sport athlete and played both football and baseball for the University of Alabama. True or false?
False.
Yeah.
So Auburn. Okay, thanks. That was easy.
If a professional golfer accidentally moves their ball on the green, they are always penalized.
No, false.
Yeah. So under the updated rules of golf, if a player's ball is accidentally moved on the putting green, there's no penalty and the ball can be replaced.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know that.
Good job. The Texas State Capitol building in Austin is taller than the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. True or false?
I don't know. You said it's taller?
Yeah. Than the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. That was a guess.
The Texas Capitol building stands at 308 feet, making it about 15 feet taller than the U.S. Capitol, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That was allowed. I thought every state capital was meant to be smaller than the White House.
Really? Well, not the White House. The White House maybe, but the U.S. Capitol, like, I think that's different. The White House makes sense.
Would not have known that. Yeah?
Okay. Facebook is no longer the most used social media platform in the world.
Of course not.
It's not, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. According to recent data,
That's what I said, right? It's not the most used.
no, it is.
Oh, really?
It says Facebook is
Come on,
still the most
boomers.
widely used social media platform globally with over 3 billion monthly active users.
Oh my gosh.
But
Well, I guess you can post to Instagram and Facebook at the same
right,
time.
because Meta.
Right.
So I'm feeling like that's Meta, not.
I don't have a Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, the continent of Antarctica has 4 time zones.
True?
False. It has 0 time zones.
Trick question.
That is so stupid. Okay.
It says it has 0 time zones because all lines of
Right, are in the
longitude
same-
meet
okay.
at the poles, and there's no permanent population.
It tells you how much I know. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I didn't
Like,
either until
actually
today
do,
when
and
I
did
looked
not
it
know
up.
that.
Thank you so much, Elina, for joining us today. And make sure to follow Epson, Tour accounts, and the podcast. And where can fans find you?
I use Instagram and TikTok mostly. It's just my first and last name, Elina Sinz.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks for having me.